Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Summit House here. We are knee-deep in the Liquid vs. Virtus Pro series here. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of opportunities to really watch too much of game number one, so I know my man Fog right here did. So for me, for anyone else out there who maybe was out farting around doing something else, why don't you give us the TLDR of what the hell's happening?
Well, Liquid won the lanes for the most part. Their heroes just overall were better at it. They decided to aggro tri-lane, put a lot of pressure on VP, but VP just ended up having lots of outspam, picking pretty decent fights, using their ultimates every time they're off cooldown on basically one or two heroes instead of making like some big wombo combo. Just taking good skirmishes, very good teamwork at chasing people out, cleaning up kills, and yeah, Silent had a great performance on the PL. Ended up just, I think he was like 11 and 1 at the end of the game. I want to say it was just really well done by them, honestly. Like Liquid had a really good start, but VP just ended up being able to just stand up and hold throughout all of it and just pick up their farm, split the map up, and yeah, just take the fights on their own time instead of when Liquid wanted to fight.
So how you feel, Ben? I know you're watching a bit of it over in the other room right there, but I mean, with Silent on the roster, do you think this is going to be Virtus Pro in probably the best shape they've ever been in? Is they kind of going down that road? I know they're still battling their way out from the lower part, but
It's just different than with Illidan because he's so much more patient, and I think Illidan he's just always looking for kills to get back into the game, and Silent just he'll sit there in a lane for a minute if he thinks he's about to die, as opposed to take the risk out and farm. And it's definitely not a lineup that Virtus Pro was super comfortable with. They could have had probably a little bit better of a mid game.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the overall strategy from FNG was really good versus what Liquid
Yeah.
had.
Like a little bit of execution was a little bit like wobbly at sometimes, but Liquid didn't really have the catch for the PL like we constantly said. They only had like the Bane, and PL was just.
I
able
thought they
to
would be able to
bounce
break
around.
high ground though. Like Liquid were.
They
really,
had a good lead, but I mean, Shockwave, like Tuskar shards,
Yeah.
Winter River nuke on top of the vortex.
you said
on the
that in the
ground.
draft. There was just so much outspam.
It's so much nuke. Like even like you could see like even though people were getting like glimmer caped, they were just getting hit by like 4 nukes with the ice vortex. You could see the damage actually like be like a lot. I don't know. It was actually adding up.
So as we are getting ready to load into game number 2, right at the start, is there anything that maybe Liquid need to pay more respect to? They already tried to knock out, Lil getting rid of his precious Visage, but now after seeing game 1, do they need to reconsider right off the start of the drawing board?
maybe the AA. I think the FNG actually carried them through the early mid. Like with this play at the T2, there's a lot of things that he did that kind
Yeah.
of made up for some other mistakes.
And it
in
was
the
a
game.
last pick AA too, right? Like they already had made the commitment for multiple sustains, and they opted to not ban that out. I was saying that they were going to ban it because they could have gone for a 5th pick Huskar or something to go along with
I
the
think
Wisp.
it was
but
maybe
no.
because they weren't sure whether or not the Tusk was going to be off lane or support.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest indicator.
We were saying also like before they picked the AA, Crit and I were saying like it's a bit weak the AA in the lane, but for the entire game concept there, they're fighting versus the Wisp, the Undying, they're deterring people from getting a Mac. It just overall fits the style of the game they were going for.
All right, so we have a draft, so let's get into it. It is Liquid versus Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro, Liquid, Dota 2. And away we go. Liquid going to be getting rid of the Shadow Fiend, of course, because Virtus Pro do have Radiant Sight after all, and it is a G favorite. The response, an early ban on the Darkseer. Quap is going to be out, so Wisp out there still an option. Tusk, Undying, Doom.
Doom was completely ignored the last series.
Ooh, my goodness. That's interesting to hear. And the Tusk is going to be the first pack this game for the side of Liquid. It's been a very good Jarek grab, but maybe something my control could also pick up for himself. So Virtus Pro, are we wagering they can go with a Wisp kind of a draft here at the early start, or go back for something like the Doom, an Undying pairing here? The world is their oyster.
Yeah, they have a lot of choices right now.
Just what kind of game do they want to go, and could they pull out something maybe unique and try to close this out as a 2-0? One of these teams have got to go home.
I
We're
don't
gonna
think
kick
they
them
really
out.
like the Wisp that much though. They generally focus a lot more on the team fight than.
That's a first pick brood, I guess just a first phase brood, but my goodness.
They
What-
seem to be one of the few teams that does that.
What stops Liquid from trying to creep in something like an Axe here? That would be amazing. I would love if they could build some sort of draft around that. That's a double counter just right then and there. Otherwise, I don't know, something to help with the Broodmother bit, an LC, Timber Saw, get a Spirit Breaker, help detect him a bit. Rush him down.
At least you get to see the brood right away, so you get to like decide what you really want to do.
That's something that just, for Virtus Pro, it's like, listen, we're this confident, we're going to put it right out there. Try your best to counter it, but we're confident in the Phobos.
It takes away a lot of options too. Like Razor, which they tend to pick very early on, is not terribly great versus the Brood. I don't know. Would you consider something like a Slardar lineup to eventually deal with them? Moving on into a later game?
For Liquid, you're saying?
Yeah. Or how else would you want to deal with the Brood?
I don't know. Slardar's kind of just been tapering off a lot in this tournament, so I don't know if they'll really decide to go for it. It seems like they just want to go for a comfort hero, go for the Gyrocopter.
Gyrocopter! Only because it wasn't said. And they will themselves ban out the Spirit Breaker here. When I see a ban of Spirit Breaker like that just randomly in the second phase, when maybe some other options could be better, I can't help but maybe they're pandering that to their own benefit. Like maybe they'll sneak in like a bounty hunter, let's say, could help with the Broodmother and is typically poor against
the Spirit Breaker is just really good at crushing the Broodmother's lane. You get one charge in, you kill the Gyrocopter, you can lose your tower.
Well, if it's good against Broodmother, why would they ban it then? For themselves.
No. It's good
for the
Broodmother.
For the Broodmother.
We saw yesterday they did the Brood. Phobos was playing the Brood, and Lil was playing the Spirit Breaker, and he just constantly kept going down there versus the Beastmaster, who was played by Rio, and he just like crushed him over and over and over, and just took advantage of it.
The lane is like very, very fragile. If you have one gank on either side, you can lose a tower, or Brood can be irrelevant for the rest of the game, depending on how that goes.
Yeah, and having that. Hi guys, by the way.
Hi, welcome.
Hey.
Lord Dank has joined us. On the couch.
I was unloading drinks, so we can keep everyone hydrated here,
Drinks for Giannis'
including the birthday boy.
What, me?
That's right.
Only age-appropriate
Everyone,
drinks, of
happy
course.
birthday to Fogged. He's 26 years young.
Show him some love, guys.
Not like this.
Follow him on Twitter @FogDota.
Happy birthday, Fogged. You're the man.
Yeah.
Okay, so back on track here with the game. I agree. I think just having that's kind of the development that with Broodmother. It used to be this. She's on one side of the map. You get like the anti-mage and then or some other hard carry, and they just spread the map. But it seems like the new Brood play is about having that hero like Nightstalker, Spearbreaker that can run with the Spiderlings and put a lot of pressure after like the 7-8 minute mark, something like that.
How do you feel about picking it up first too, though, Ben?
Very risky. Teams just use Slardar a lot, and then they would just zone him out until Broodmother was useless for the first 6 or 7 minutes, and then Slardar would come in and just crush the Broodmother, so she couldn't ever show her face. That was generally the trend that I saw, and then after that, Broodmother just kind of tanked off once the supports realized that it was just full-time zoning Brood duty. But now it seems way more popular to do 2-1-2.
That's a good little ban right there. They get rid of the Bristleback, something that is typically very nice against your Broodmother as your tanky frontliner to soak up all that precious damage. But
do you think VP would have Huskard?
I just think that Liquid have to ban it.
It's like first phase Dazzle.
Like you don't want to risk that. The Broodmother is like people we've all been saying. Broodmother is a very good counter to the Huskar. So they don't want them to have both, there's nothing you can really pick to counter it up. Well, not nothing, but it sets you at an awkward pace. And they're already down one game, losing to a Huskar and just having that be your end. That would be pretty devastating.
What a VP want from now. So they open with the Brood early, and it does give Liquid a lot of time to react to it. What do they have in mind? G's hero not picked up. A lot of G heroes banned out.
What about the Bane? Bane's there, helps with the BKB, Gyrocopter a bit. Maybe could annoy the mid lane.
Visage is unbanned.
Visage is unbanned. That's a great grab. There's the Bane, though.
You're so good, Dakota.
Yep. And it's purple. There he is. He wasn't there at all last game.
He wasn't, but
the mighty Lucifer has shown his ugly mug. So now we got to do. Virtus Pro may be thinking in the long run for a core, they're going to need a possible Lincoln's candidate, someone who could maybe continue to fight regardless of being doomed or not. Maybe they themselves get something like, Razor.
Don't really care that much about getting doomed. Like Brood's still pretty fast. Dazzle and Bane should be okay versus Doom.
Having the Dazzle's nice.
They still don't really have a great solution for the Broodmother.
I'm just sad because, LD, I was saying that this could have been maybe a Liquid building a draft around getting an axe after opening of Brood and Dazzle. It's like, that would be awesome. But
at the same time, they have decent wave clear. They're all fairly durable. Gyro starts off a little bit squishy, but generally builds those early fighting items. So
So
it's not like they have like horribly squishy supports right now. VP still haven't really shown their hand.
There we go.
Carry Venge.
Classic Virtus Pro.
Interesting.
It's early, able to join fights early. Kind of like people were saying, like Gyrocopter and Venge are those two heroes like really can fight super early. And he's gonna be able to give his Bane and his Dazzle like more security in the lanes to be able to he can leave and give them the levels if he needs to.
He can also push really hard if you have the aura. And Liquid, the Doom off lane most likely, not really the best at handling that early pressure. So.
And even like Venge is actually incredibly good versus the Doom with other supports. Like Terror, if you have like your stun and your Terror right there, the Doom can be chased out very hard.
All right. Who do you think Liquid wants to lane against the Brood? So that's how they were like, maybe they put the Doom there, give him a little help early?
Maybe they still haven't decided that just yet.
Because I feel like they do have the option of going aggressive with the Gyro, potentially.
They'll still need to get their mid laner and
So Lena's
more
open this
selfless
game.
support. Yeah,
That's a
Lena's
Fata
still
here.
there.
Oh, by the way, the Fata Razor's out there. That's
Yeah.
just normally banned versus Liquid.
Could be, yeah. It could be Razor. It could be Lina. That's probably the most two. It's he
Remember
plays the TA, the Lina, and the Razor are his most played. So it's
Used
probably
to-
one of those three. But
Used to play Zeus.
used to though. Everybody used to. So they do go for the Razor. It's very
True.
good versus the targetable abilities that Virtus Pro has right now. A lot of them on Bane and Venge.
I think normally
especially.
they would pick it first phase, but they saw the Brood pick. Like, we need a strong safe lane carry to try and deal with this.
So that's good.
I still don't really see them having anything directly to deal with this Broodmother, though. You know, like Phobos is very good at the hero. He's able to find his windows, able to take the opportunities. And Gyro, although he can be decent during the laning phase, he struggles a bit. He's not able to clear out spiders at all if the Broodmother is able to get levels.
And all they have left is like what, one support that could try to help. I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking a little weak. I think VP even have the option of putting the Brood versus the Doom, and then just going aggro duel with the Roamer, and pressuring if they draft like a weaker support.
Oh, the IO ban.
Oh, that's interesting. You don't think that would have made a pretty greedy lineup for Liquid if they went with an IO?
Yeah, they would have lacked catch again. They would have had just the Tusk Guard for the most for the catch, and of course.
And it's not a
Tether.
Tusk getting much farm this game, so
Yeah.
no early blink or anything like that.
Remaining.
At the same time, if they want to just like slow the game down and spread the map, the IO allows them to dodge fights much easier and could frustrate VP. Because so far it looks pretty early to mid game for VP with the draft.
Yeah, VP's team fight isn't really good at all with these heroes.
And
They
they're
kinda
very
just
single
have-
target heavy as
yeah,
well.
very single target. So they do ban out the Viper, so that's the one hero that could have, brought it all together, having that four-man crew that can run around together.
What's a G hero?
There's Dragon Knight.
Dragon Knight was the first thing I was
Um,
going to say too.
I don't think TA is optimal.
Invoker is something
Yeah, because
else he
it's
goes
Razor
for.
mid, right? So that's not fun for TA.
I think Lena's the best matchup.
I think Lina is
Versus
Lina is the
Razor.
best hero here.
Bring back OD.
10 seconds remaining.
The classic OD versus Razor mid lane.
OD Razor
Ugh.
Viper trio. It's like, we got to get one of those somehow.
Has Vengeful always been spelled without an E? Oh wow, Tiny picking up.
Okay.
That was, I didn't think that one was going to come out at all, actually. But the Bane Tiny is a very good dual combo. They're probably going to emphasize on the dual lane.
So like sleep, toss him back.
Yeah.
Nice. Or you
That's
just
cool.
combo him potentially.
We saw, who was it? It was eHome that did it, right? We
Yeah.
had the Bane Tiny, and they ended up doing really well with the tossbacks.
Bane anything, honestly.
Yeah, Bane's just, it's just the Bane.
So Liquid need that one more piece to the puzzle here to round it out.
10
Another
seconds
support.
remaining.
Probably
Ward-
the Kuroki hero. So
Yeah.
how's Omni Knight here?
5 seconds remaining.
It's kind of weak, right? But
Kinda
maybe
weak.
it fits the overall
Maybe,
lineup.
Can fall apart to Brood.
What about Rubik? Rubik maybe offer anything? The classic Kuro Rubik?
Not versus Broodmother.
Not very much supports that can still handle a Broodmother fine, though.
Clock's ticking.
5 seconds remaining.
They are going to go with an Elder Titan!
Okay, out of the
Oh!
box.
Their team fight is absolutely filthy.
Yeah, that is very scary. This is some people used to do this before. When Naga was being run more, people were doing like the Naga Elder Titan to kind of try to respond to the Broodmother.
Secret was doing that with the what was it Secret 1.0, I think.
Yep. They did a lot of Crystal Maiden Elder Titan as well.
Yeah. What do you think of Elder Titan, Ben?
It's decent versus Brood. I think that's the main reason why they picked it up. Because not particularly good versus any of the other heroes.
Well, Tiny has a lack of base armor until he gets like an AC or something, so
Yeah,
it could
but
be a bit
you're
fragile
removing
in
like
that game.
You're
You're
removing like four
armor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
it's more optimal to remove the Venge's armor there.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's much better versus the Venge.
But Dazzle versus Elder Titan that's like ideal. You know, you really want a Dazzle versus Elder Titan to buff up that armor.
And
those
they have
heals.
heroes that like are quite likely to build plus armor items as
Yeah.
well. Tiny's going to get AC. I don't know if anyone gets a mech with this draft, but
Now, Liquid does have a lot of outspam though with that Elder Titan. They're gonna have the Spirit with the Plasma Field and the Ice Shards, and they're all gonna be, of course, amplified by that Natural Order once he gets it.
and it's also again like none of these heroes are that squishy on Liquid, which is the one thing I do like versus Brood. No one who's like a super easy solo kill. Doesn't mean that they'll be able to stop Phobos, but
ET's kind of squishy, kind of,
a little bit.
in a way.
He ain't no Crystal Maiden.
Ain't no Crystal Maiden.
But here we go. Liquid need this win to go to a game 3. Otherwise, they're done. Right? We kick them out of the house.
We should do that.
We
We
should.
should start evicting
Just-
teams.
Grab your keyboard, put it in your bag, get the hell out.
We cancel the hotel reservation.
Yep.
Don't even book them a return flight. Just drop them off in the middle of LA and
Yeah.
see if they can find their way back.
Good luck.
Typical LD, just trying to save that money, huh?
No, man, it's about the survivor aspect of it. Why you gotta do me like that, Yanni? Just thinking it's because of your birthday, you know? Throw me under the bus?
threw me under the bus.
Why did I throw you under the bus? Because I said it was your birthday and got you a bunch of love from chat?
All right, fine.
I'm sorry for giving...
I'm a jerk. All right, I'm a jerk.
I'm
I'll take.
What a grouch.
See what I do on my birthday. God damn.
Lord Dank. Well, emphasis towards the bottom here, it seems like, for Liquid. I'm always happy to see the man, the myth, the stapler one himself. Are we all stapler people here, or are you guys like the briefcase crew or whatever for
Stapler.
LA?
Briefcase.
Definitely a stapler.
Briefcase.
Briefcase.
I'm stapler. We got 2 and 2
More,
right
not
here.
as, it's more of a staple gun, you know. It's not just like a regular...
Oh yeah, it's not just a stapler. It's a staple gun, for sure. And for now, he'll block the mid lane out. Lets one creep on through and having some audible calls as they're going to be hustling silent towards the bottom here. They know Mind Control wants this camp, and they're going to ambush him.
A little bit different to see Lil playing the Dazzle instead of the Bane, I'm pretty sure. Usually we see FNG playing that that role. The Patience.
I wonder what the reasoning is.
Very
They
quiet.
know he's going for it.
And it's time they're
Alrighty.
going to Oh, they waited one more second, maybe even 2. He would have been a lot closer. Now
they
it's
can
just
get
too
the
far.
stun, but
Magic missile. They're committing with
look
the
at that
poison
rage.
touch just to get the slow. There's going to be the follow-up stun. This should not lead to a kill as he's going to be going for the Scorched Earth level 1.
They force it out and they force him into it at level 1, though.
Yeah.
So that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Ideally, you'd love to devour that creep off the bat.
yeah, they only missed one creep in the bottom lane as well, so it's not too big of a deal. But Tiny.
4 and 5 already. Oh, this is not what Razor wants.
He also doesn't want to be put to sleep and thrown back.
Yeah, I was
Bane
gonna say
Dota.
interesting concept to pick up the sleep instead of the brain sap this time,
Yeah.
just because of that Tiny.
Like, Razor can't even approach the creeps, actually. That's pretty ridiculous.
They're doing a great job of zoning the Brood right now, though, in the top lane.
Phobos being patient. And unfortunately, not
Those-
able to get that D ward.
The sentry placement's actually quite close.
Yeah, it's very close, but not close enough. Get the hell out of here.
Well, now he knows that the sentry is on the bottom side because
Yeah.
Kuroki was hitting him there.
Do they have any more?
Another stun. Poison coming up in soon.
Hit him, hit him, hit
Don't
him.
think they'll get him here.
Oh, they
oh,
might.
but they do get the poison touch on him.
One more. They need one more.
Salve
He cuts through the
use.
tree. Oh, he cut through himself.
Oh,
nice
cancel the
jukes.
south.
Oh, the wave. Oh, it's not going to be enough. But
This is some Russian Dota right here,
It
boys.
really is.
He got the salve canceled though. Let's break.
Yeah, he probably just has to go back.
They're still keeping him from getting level 2.
Yeah.
Brood though. Good luck keeping that hero out of a lane.
This is the trade-off, though. They're committing the 3 heroes to zoning the Brood, but they're sacking their Razor now at this point. Tiny 10 and 10 CS, Razor 1 for 2.
And Fada normally has a really strong start on Razor. I mean, obviously the hero's meant to do well in the lane, but
But one creep. Hard life right now.
Oh, Bane.
Bane Dota.
This is a haves and have-not games. Look at that CS chart. 3 heroes farming, everyone else with nothing.
Yeah.
The denies too. Look at that.
23 denies between the top 2 last hitters.
Is Dazzle going to get level 2 poison touch?
Okay, no half measures here, Ben.
That's the real question.
I mean, they're not threatened at all, so.
But
Why not?
considering the Doom's armor, it's actually not too shabby, honestly. He does have the Ring of
Yeah.
Protection,
Maybe
but
Doom
still.
start off with like 2 Ring of Prots versus Dazzles.
That's the poison touch max counter.
Oh, he's actually heading out mid lane is where his skirmish is breaking. They got to sleep early. Fata, though, gone.
Beautiful.
Just like that. FNG's going to be picking up the first blood there.
And again, it all really comes back to the Brood. And just the decision making. Like, do you let her have free farm? Do you try to control her?
Good TP coming out from Lil. And FNG just, sitting there. He's just being a Bane.
Yeah,
Just
FNG,
being-
job.
FNG Dodo, baby.
Nice job being a Bane.
What does
dude.
it mean to just be a Bane?
Be obnoxious. He's just standing there,
Be a
frustrating
douche.
Fata.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of the days of the roaming mid Veno. He would just sit there and just constantly
Ew.
just poison you.
Nice stomp there. This might be a setup. No.
Couple of flak pebbles, but not close enough for that fancy rocket barrage.
The Echo Stomp synergy with the homing missile and the static link.
I think the one that I liked the most was the stomp setting up, or Ember Sleight of Fist chain setting up the stomp. That was something that I think it was it the old Vici Gaming who did that pretty well?
I liked it with the arrow too.
Yeah.
Good
A little
stuff.
less reliable, I guess, but
Oh my goodness, they've committed 3 sentries.
they got
Can't
dust.
find them.
He's on the high ground right now, though.
Ugh.
This is all XP for Phobos here. Even though he's not getting CS, he'll be able to get some. As long as he doesn't lose this tower. That tower is actually incredibly important for the Broodmother.
So you have access into their jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally we say this is like the least important tower in the game, but I agree with you. With the Brood, it actually matters quite a bit.
Huh, nice illusion usage. Scares them off.
So another sentry wasted. That one will get dewarded.
That's a lot of money. Talked about
They've
Elder
committed
Titan
how many now?
not being food. 3 I've seen.
Under attack.
He's fighting him a bit by bit. If you go into the lane and you aggro a hero and you notice the creeps are moving at you, he can pinpoint where they are. And it seemed like he found the one middle. He just doesn't have anything to take it down. But it's down.
I'm just worried about Fodder right now.
Yeah. Tiny combo is, and if like Razor is very under farm, he's just gonna get blown up.
And it's not. Razor is definitely not a great comeback hero either. At the same time, their team fight's so good that if he fights with the gyro once he hits 6, maybe he can get some golden experience that way.
FNG's just what? He's just been stacking as well, right? I'm pretty sure. In the meanwhile, just being a Bane in the ass.
Did you come up with that?
How many points, Ben?
That's decent.
That's like a 0.
Nah, I'll give it.
That's like a 5
Oh, you're
or
feeling
6.
I don't what?
I give him a
I
bonus.
almost said it
bonus
before,
birthday
and it
point.
just sounded awful. But you know what?
Can we make it a 7
Sometimes-
since it's his birthday?
Sometimes you just gotta go for it, right?
Give him that extra credit.
I'm sure Fada would sympathize with you.
I enjoyed it. They're making a move now, top lane. 4 heroes rotating in. Want to make this jump onto Liquid.
And here they come. Swarming around Kuroki, the heal bomb not very effective. Homing missile already be lished out onto Lil. They get down the Dazzle. The response is going to be the Kuro, of course. Snowball up as they're looking to retreat to get the catch onto G here. Tosses off. They pop the dust. He is running the hell back, but the rocket barrage mitigated between both him and the Bane, and they will both be going down. It's a double kill from Matama Man. The response coming out from Liquid will secure them for all day.
Gyrocopter Dota.
Oh, they didn't kill the ET before he got his level 2 stomp off.
And that's without
Bought him so
cooldown,
much
by the
time.
way. Like that's how disgusting their team fight is.
That was huge for Liquid.
That's so big.
So big.
So big. I knew you were gonna do it.
So
I
big.
knew you were gonna do
So big.
it. Nice
Alright.
sleep coming out. Tiny's respawning. Is it a level 1 sleep?
Get him back there. Oh, gets the avalanche. Get on back there. Tosses
Oh,
it right
man.
under the tower. Fana is done for.
That's frustrating.
That's
There's nothing
shot
he can
put.
even do about that. Is the worst part.
He played it perfectly too. He tries to juke the stun, get farther away. It just
Max range toss back into a
that was a
Dazzle Bane.
ridiculously long range toss, actually. Still, I think that one fight top makes this whole laning stage overall pretty fine for Liquid.
Keeping up the aggression, VP wrapping around this tower.
So what should VP be like looking for here?
Get the Venge
Do you
involved
guys
in
think?
fights.
Yeah, get the Venge
Kills.
involved.
If she were there for the top
He
fight, I think it
pre-scorched
would've
Earth
been-
here.
And the rotations have to come if they want to help their Doom buddy pal here. Just give him a tell man. There's the call down we've been looking for. It's right on top of the head of FNG. He will eat both rockets.
Oh, nice shards.
shard block. Gets Lil caught in there for a moment. They will get the finishing blow. Taking down FNG. Now they make the chase. Pre-shallow grave going for, oh, I was going to say the TV, but no. He's just running back and away here. Flak
The
cannon.
flak,
Got
got
him. It was just long enough. The expiration on the grave. The pebble hits him in the bum, and he will go down. Silent thinks about trying to catch him out of the tower, but it's a 3-on-1, and he does get minorly shard blocked.
Oh, beautiful snowball.
Forward, and they get it.
Dodged the magic missile with the snowball. Really well
Beautifully
played.
done.
Yeah, Jarek's played that
FNG.
super well. He also stayed out of range, so he couldn't get missiled earlier while he waited for his spells to cool down. They're not done yet, though. Jarek's currently is being slept up, but the gyrocopter, he's just getting full rocket barrages off every single time it's off cooldown. They're not dealing with Matumba Ben, and meanwhile, he gets slept up again. Snowball rolling forward, committing through two onto Lil. The plays coming out from Jarek's.
FNG's getting so much out of this, though. He just killed the Doom, and he got the Tusk, almost basically solo XP for him.
That's true. And top lane, Brood Mama.
It's just space for the Brood.
Space.
But Jarek's showing why he's one of the more feared Tusks. His like decision making there was almost perfect, if not perfect.
Yeah, every snowball shard hit well. He stays out of magic missile range. He dodges one. He rolls through one hero to get to the backline. One gets the kill there, gets out.
Save Gyro's life.
Saves Gyro. Yep.
He's an okay Dota 2 player.
He plays Earth Spirit. He's number 1, actually.
Just imagine when that hero gets into captain's mode.
Yeah.
Direct buff to Team Liquid.
Dire's bottom
If.
tower is under
If you're just hoping he doesn't.
Never.
That's the only way you can
Never
balance
ever.
them properly, though. At some point, you just got to throw them in there, see what happens.
That's not true. Remember Gambler?
Of course
Well,
I
then you
remember
have to nerf him when he's out of control, though. You know.
He's just not in the game anymore.
Yeah.
So Liquid.
When's the last time a hero was deleted from Dota?
Well, if you want him out of the game, then you got to throw him in to get him out of the game.
Oh, gets the Doom off right away.
Bottom lane. They're going to
Oh.
make it go into FNG. Shard block. Maybe
Take
go-
me! No.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's a pretty high experience Bane after that fight bottom. So that's
Matumba
big.
unstoppable already. Good
Yeah,
rotations
the
coming
Gyro's
up for
been
the Gyro.
ridiculously active.
Yeah.
So much rocket barrage damage. How's Tiny doing on his items?
Doing all right.
This stack could help.
And Fada's catching up, by the way. 3,000 net worth. He's not far behind the Tiny.
He needed it. Yeah,
And
he
I
had
do
a
like
good
this
start.
adjustment, giving him like more protected farm. Let someone else take over mid. If Doom dies, usually not that big of a deal, and not very easy to kill anyway.
All these spiders running around.
And it
think
looks
the-
like Brood's going to York at build up.
Yeah.
Is that the appropriate build up this game?
Yeah.
Making their go here. Grip onto Fada, holding him in position while Kuroki tries to get up the stop. He dies too quickly. The Spider Lead army overwhelming him, and bam! Fada
Flying
next.
Dazzle.
That's a painful way to be sent back. And they're gonna push. This is the play that we were talking about, where you just run with the Spider Lead army, fight as a squad. Now they've got the Venge in position as well. Has a point in the R for the heavy push, and Jerax will go down too. This is at least one tower.
Good
There's
rotation.
no counter push in sight from Liquid.
Suddenly a lot of gold for G after picking up that stacks. Now gets a double kill.
Top tower.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Closer,
They
closer.
should give him the tower.
Yep, if they get the tower as well, he's going to be
Yeah, they did.
inches from his Blink Dagger.
That was a good grip.
Yeah.
Other Titan was like, oh crap, I have to stop it, except Stomp has a slow cast time, and they knew the Brood had to go on him immediately, and they didn't get a cancel until way too late.
Doesn't get the deny, unfortunately.
He's
for
got
FNG.
Doom. Yeah, well, forced to use it, I guess, but can just walk away.
Yeah, he's fine with that. He's like, thanks.
Gets the tower, it wasn't denied. But now Brood can extend her tentacles a bit.
I'm not going to let you go with that. They're not tentacles, LD. Come on. Appendages, maybe? Legs?
It's not literal. It's, you know, I'm painting a metaphorical picture here, Dakota. Okay. Maybe I've been around these anime watchers too much lately. What can I say? They're rubbing off on me.
Giggity.
Is this a non-anime watching couch?
I don't.
I think
Dakota watches a little anime.
I'm probably
that
the one that watches
Punch
the most.
Man is pretty legit.
I mean, our couch.
Oh, your
Or
couch.
Yeah, we are the non-anime watching couch, Ben.
Oh.
You're still a tentacle user.
I'm not. Is the word tentacle existed before all that crap came into the world?
It's only associated with anime.
Oh,
Get dunked.
Boom.
Easy.
Brain sap. Stun toss. You did.
You dead, mate. And now
Silent?
Wapa on
In
the
some trouble.
Silent here.
He gets weaved up.
Nice swap.
He'll be fine.
Just gonna go for the Dominator build.
You know, anime really gets the chat going. By the way,
Oh yeah.
they it's a big discussion topic for them. They're all like snoozing a little bit, and suddenly anime. Wait, anime? I got an opinion on anime. Let's go. All right. So they're just 5-manny with the Spiderlings basically at this point.
Oh,
What
another
can Liquid
grip.
do about it?
Oh no,
Not
Kuro.
much. He does not even get the cancel off. He's going to be going down fast. Doom goes down just as quick. Rolling uppercut trying to stop FNG. They will get that kill.
Or was the grave?
But look at him return back and away here. DK Phobos leashed up, forced to head up north here to make it away from Fata. And it will turn into a 2 for 2. Or not. Lil gets off the grave, but he will be the last to drop from this skirmish, and it turns into a 3 for 2 advantage for Team Liquid.
Sometimes when people get walrus punched, you know, that interaction trying to grave them, it's just like, you know, you have it like clicked and it's like, oh crap, like you don't expect them to really get thrown up in the air. Level 1 grave as well, so a bit hard for him to get it. Overextension by VP, Liquid capitalizing on it.
I feel like
rotating a bunch of
Liquid
heroes.
is playing this well. They're not trying to force things too much. They're letting VP come to them.
Yep.
Counter initiate under the
I'm
tower.
surprised Dazzle's only like level 6 though, right? He's so low.
I like that little move. Still
Little
has to go
juke.
back into it, though, and Jarex will help him finish the deal.
Will Dazzle
Swap.
make it in time?
He's there. He's there. Swap back, save, and I think Liquid need to 180 themselves back.
ET ulti.
Oh! Not happening.
Cuts the escape at least.
Silent is like running
Oh,
rings
no.
around them right now with the jukes, but G's like, hey,
man.
double damage rune. I gotcha. He can get another here.
That's the third straight takedown on
If he
Kuro,
blinks
I
Got
right.
the
think.
blank.
Oh, he lost him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just
It's a good play.
Aw.
Good effort.
And they're going to get the takedown of Phobos, it looks like, in the top lane. Little Brood going to be going down to the mighty hands of Fata.
Do you guys feel like the Brood they're getting enough done with it right now?
Tower is under attack.
3.8k net worth. They did start off tri-laning the Brood, but
He has
they
a bit
haven't been putting that much emphasis on her lately.
He is a bit poor.
He's
But
a little poor. He did the job though of keeping the Razor down in the early game by keeping the supports occupied. But I think it was more their like mid game where they lost that big skirmish on the top lane.
oh,
Yeah,
what
the
a-
4
he's
hero kills.
super
Again, the
dead.
feed
having a
scripts
Brood.
though, full duration like every time.
By mind control.
I mean, who's supposed to stop it? I guess
Yeah.
I guess the Elder Titan, but he's been trying to stop it.
It's like by the time you do it, so
Yeah.
it's
Hey guys,
over
I gotta
halfway
throw my
over.
spirit. I gotta walk it over to you, and then I have to start channeling the stomp.
When you
Do
really,
my rain dance for a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
kind of.
when you really look at the draft, it's super hard to stop that Fiend's Grip in most of these team fights. It's
You
like
need a-
Jerax
they
has
gotta
to,
roll in, I
Jerax
guess.
has to
It's a
save his
snowball.
teammates like
Yeah.
every single time.
Wow.
Homing missile is just as slow.
It's either the Jerax or the Doom has
No,
to.
you just get a bunch of force staffs, dude. Just shove that homing missile right in there.
Yeah.
Right
Doom
into
can
the
save level
gaping
death,
maw of the Bane.
Yeah. Doom's usually the grip target though,
Yeah, Doom is usually the grip target.
so
it
that has
makes
to
it
be
hard.
Tusk or ET.
Yeah.
And then you have a Tiny who just interrupts the Elder Titan.
That's okay. They have Tusk. Tusk is a one-man army anyway.
He can't do everything.
They're coming on mid.
Oh man.
Oh, they're trying to get the airplane man flying. There's
Doing
that
what he can with the
snowball
snowball.
save. They go for silent
Gets the call
here.
down off.
He's going to make it away. Poison touch, though. Swap right back into trouble. And that's going to be his demise. They will-
FNG, you poor soul. You just get doomed every time.
Not
Walker.
done yet.
Okay, they could at least avenge him here, it looks like. Will they be able to get it off?
Looking for Silent. There's the chase. Stop barely clipping him, and with that, an easy kill. But Brood is getting a little space here. Top lane going to be ratted out. Looks like the rest of VP have backed off. They maybe try to go back in for a tiny combo.
I'm surprised there's no Dominator Wars on that Centaur. Usually if there's a creep running around, either like you'll see the Ven try to dominate it, and then Gyro will dominate it back. If he doesn't have dominate up, then he'll just eat it on Doom. He kind of just walked around the whole time.
Maybe they had just a treaty, you know. Mercy
Well,
to
he
the
was really
creeps.
low on mana.
So
I
G
don't know if he
going
wants
also
to
for
use
the semi-carry build, which I think is appropriate because they have just like Avenge as their other core, the Avenge and the Broods. So they're gonna have a tri-core later on.
Oh, that's so much gold.
Not gonna happen. And I think is that his full Orchid coming out on the courier for Brood?
He got a lot of space during that
Yep.
fight. He was like 3.5k a couple minutes ago. Suddenly almost 6.
If they don't know he has that and somebody tries to farm, it's basically a free kill for Phobos.
Mm-hmm.
It's also really good at shutting down the Tuscan team fights.
Yeah.
I think he has to get Greaves now.
SNY is now up though. I'm just really impressed at how well Fada's been able to recover this game, and a lot of it comes back to how much space the Tusk and the Gyro have made.
Yep.
Giving
Nice
him-
action-packed game though. We got 30 kills, 18 minutes.
That's what I want out of my Dota.
Yeah. It's always what you want. You see Tiny, just like yes.
Tiny gets stuff done.
Yeah.
You
Or if
see
he doesn't,
AM
he
and you
fails
go, no.
spectacularly.
It's one or the other. Spideys.
So what's like the long-term game plans here? VP, we looked at their draft. They do have decent late game with the Venjara, some good BKB Pierce, a lot of physical damage. But they don't have much team fight or just kind of control.
Yeah, VP's win condition is actually pretty strange. I guess they just have to outplay them in team fights,
Which is hard.
which is hard. Yeah, with their lineup.
Extremely hard.
A swap.
Once the Venge gets level 16, though, you can just keep on getting those free picks, potentially.
We got a Doom with the Blade Mail.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
A lot
That's
of armor.
Interesting. Not happening.
That's
Easy.
a good smoke tank, unless they get a Roche out of it.
It's
but-
so satisfying when you see someone just get uppercutted and instantly die.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Feels
Unless
real
you're the
good.
guy getting uppercut.
FNG's probably pretty happy with that, though. It's much better than Brood, let's say, even dying.
Pretty happy is a strong. But it could have been a lot worse, though. That's for sure.
Tiny gets his Ags.
Good timing.
but Liquid are in the pit right now, and it doesn't seem Virtus Pro are going to be able to do much about it.
They have no idea this is going on.
And I don't know. They've had like a full duration Fiend script every fight. Can they even attempt to contest?
He's gonna
without
weave
him?
now. Yeah, he saw Matu run out of the pit, but either way,
They're-
good Roshan for
He's
Liquid.
kind of getting close. Yeah. VP want to go, but it's just not going to happen.
Now it's now it's even harder to fight them. Like team fight already was almost impossible, and now I would say it is. They have to catch people out of position.
And Rat otherwise. They do have really good split push though. Venge pushes pretty fast. Tiny's obviously amazing.
Get him, Golem.
They're gonna
Oh,
roll
the
now,
shards.
making the jump forward. Can they bring down Silent? There's the swap out. Lil gets off the grave, but still both are dropping low. Lil in a lot of danger. Meanwhile, damage stolen to the north by the Razor, as it looks like they are gonna probably lose Lil here in just a moment. There's the stomp. Silent also the run even through the stomp, but the grave comes, or the grip rather comes out, holding Matoma Man in position. The turnaround. That will be the Aegis. And so far, 2 down. But they got to fight round 2. And Matumba Man, he only knows one direction, and that's forward. Keeps on rushing in. Jerax joining him. Shards are there. Snowball, bam, got him. Looking for more. Uppercut coming through, and FNG held in position. Drop out by the Shards. That's 3, about to be 4, and Kaplooey.
Jerax
Gets him
doing a
with the
great
stomp.
job of catching people in that fight. VP was just trying to get away at first, and then he just kept like throwing the shards, gets the trap on the Venge, forces the swap out, forces the Tiny to try to help his buddy out, and yeah, just Jerax all over the place.
Should Virtus Pro have even been there? Like, once they saw Roche go down, I feel like they should have just turned tail and walked away. They ended up having to use everything just defensively to
I
try
think
to make it out with their lives.
The time that they took Roche was a little bit less than VP expected, because they mostly built pretty tanky.
Oh, Kuroki? Oh, Elder
I think
Titan
he's
down.
gonna die.
No?
What?
Make it up?
I guess what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Did he get the stomp off as he was getting
Stomp TP.
comboed?
I guess so.
Interesting.
Because he definitely got comboed there. Magic. Birthday magic.
Birthday
Birthday
magic. My
magic.
favorite kind of magic.
We actually have a magic closet in the house.
What?
We've got a magic closet.
Yeah, but
What's
that's
in it?
Grace's.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you're
he
right.
looks like Doom is gonna go for that build that he did the other day as well. He's gonna go for the Solar Crest. It's this pure, just utility build. Solar Crest Vlad's. The Blade Mill he didn't go last time, but this one I guess.
I
He wants
kind
to be
of
a
I like
frontliner.
it. They already have a ton of damage just from the gyro, the Elder Titan aura. I feel like everyone just tanky up and surviving for a prolonged period of time. Like you just have so much more AoE control. Here we go though, Ava, and well, nice Blade Mill.
Good,
He had
great play
armor
by
there?
Phobos. Phobos had his spiders scouting inside the webs. I think he's been doing it for a bit now. He's just been sending like 1 or 2 spiders going through the jungle to see if they catch anybody.
Oh!
Isn't it crazy how Doom went a tank build and he still dies in a stun toss?
Stun toss, brain sap, and dazzle heal.
Maybe a little too heavy on the
Deeps.
armor. Feels like it needs some
He needs
HP.
HP. I mean, what do you get for HP though? Scepter?
Ags,
It's
maybe.
not ideal.
What else is there? BKB. Atos.
Radiant's middle tower
I can get on board with BKB.
Yeah, BKB, a Crimson Guard. Helps
Just so you
the
don't get
spiders.
comboed by the Tiny. That's the main way that heroes are dying right now.
I mean, he has 1400 HP though. That's still like pretty good.
Did you see how far it got him?
Yeah.
That way he
In
did
a-
take the gank.
In a team fight, it should be
Yeah.
a little bit better.
Jarex picks up his Blink Dagger on the Tuskar now too. Nice timing.
Oh, that level death was underwhelming.
Virtus Pro moving into the base, trying to make an advancement onto some serious base damage here. A little bit of work, and they're going to unleash the Doom onto G.
This is a very aggressive chase.
I think Liquid might need to pull back here. Virtus Pro.
They're
I
split
decide
pushing
to
right
turn
now.
in.
They're not even, the whole team's not even here. They're going to get caught out by the Orc if the dust gets popped. Now the TPs start coming in. Calldown's there, but man, they really chase far considering the team's not even in position.
Space for Fada, I suppose.
Yeah,
Go
get a tier 2. Tier 2 for a Doom.
Yeah, but they could. I feel like they could have taken that and not lost the Doom.
How's Bane doing? Is he setting up for a grip?
Yep, he's got it.
Grip is out on the Fada. Fada's dead.
You jinxed it.
Yep, there you go.
That reminds me of the eHome game.
Oh, just, what was it, 11 getting caught out? Oh, no, it wasn't 11. It was Old Chicken.
Lil gets saved by the Grave all through the Elder Titan ult and Stomp, but eventually he will get dropped right there. G.
He wants to blink up. Craggy, give me Craggies. Alright, nice. Brood comes back in.
Doesn't even need them. DK Phobos wanting to go in here. Not going to happen.
What level does the ET have of Natural Order now? Looks like they hit him pretty hard. Okay, so he's starting to get some levels in it now.
3.
ET just wants time. Slow the game down. Get your max natural order. Pretty back and forth game so far.
Yeah.
19 to 21, 25 minutes.
FNG doing a great job of getting. I think all of his Fiend's Grip, almost all of his Fiend's Grips have been successful so far.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, goes hand in hand with Liquid not having very many options to stop it. Mid lane, roll onto G here. Walrus Punch, Fata shows himself, and G in a lot of trouble here. This time there will be no Brood to help him out. He will retreat north here.
Give him
into
the
arms
stay
of-
Craggy!
Oh, Craggy!
Oh my god.
Wonderful hero!
OS Frog, please.
Wonderful! Rocket. He's down. I can't believe G made it out.
That was the only way he lives there.
You can't help but giggle at that if you're the Tiny.
Like a Craggy on that attack, or you're dead. What a player.
They just have to be really careful not to fight 4-on-5 though, because Venge is not the greatest late game, so she has to spend a lot of time in the jungle to try and compensate.
And
for
nobody
weak
really
late
went
game.
greedy on VP.
Yeah.
Tiny got the Blink first. He's farming well. Venge just get it does get the
it's
Dominator.
mostly Venge and Brood, because
Yeah.
Broods can't
And
really
Brood no
fight aside
Midas.
from his top. But it doesn't look like they have good Roche control, which is pretty worrisome. They still had the mid T1 up for Liquid. But they were just threatening T3s.
Yeah, they get the BKB. What else does VP have coming soon as far as items go? Tiny probably near his AC
Dire's middle tower
if
They
he
can
wants it.
they
I
can
guess the
probably
Yasha.
start to fight pretty soon. They can get really good pickoffs with the swaps, or if the Tiny finds a tossback opportunity. As long as they start these fights in like a 4v5 method for VP, that's what they need.
And they're gonna have. They already have the level 2 swap, and level 3.
Almost level 3 swap now. He's about
That
to be
was
16.
that was when Vici were running it. Like as soon as they got the level 3 swap, they just instantly won every fight. 'Cause they get a swap, they get a kill.
They did
Vengeance
have
too
they had
tanky.
Shadow
they did have
Shaman,
Rasta,
though.
yeah. So it's the
Yeah.
the swap hex
Yeah.
OP combo.
They have to use like I guess they don't have BKBs on Liquid, so
He can pre-avalanche.
But you
on
can
a
like swap into grip or something, which is really scary as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't need to, considering how good the grips have been anyway.
not instant
You
cast.
swap one, and then your Tiny blinks in and tosses your Venge back, so no risk. There
No,
you go.
dude.
And then Tiny stuck there.
Swap back into sleep and toss him back even further. Yeah.
No risk.
No risk.
No risk.
The 2400 range toss swap, that'd be pretty legit.
That's like a Magnus with a double skewer.
That's like the Bat Rider 447 a fountain.
Spooky.
Let's see it. I want to see a game 1 off of that. That would just make my week. Shards coming out, and the Snowball committing on DK Phobos here. Does have a TP available. They're going to now use the punch. Call down coming through. Homing missile deployed. They are slowing him down with the sigil. Even the creeps want a piece of this sweet DK Phobos. And they will get him
Bonk.
with the bonk.
Good hustle. Coming out from Liquid right there will get him that one. That secures Mind Control, his Blink Dagger now. So, Blink Doom online.
Decides not to finish the Solar Crest and goes to the Blink. I like that. He definitely feels like he needs it in this game after what's been happening.
Well,
He
now
just
they have
getting
another
killed.
way to reliably get in there and cancel a grip. Mess up the dazzle maybe on the back lines.
Now he doesn't have to be up in front though. So he can actually jump in without getting in, instead of walking in and getting gripped.
Matu is maxing missile this game as well.
Most of the Avengers have taken what, like 2 points in it? and
No,
then-
the Gyrocopter.
Oh, I
He's
thought you meant
leveling
the
it up
magic
now.
crystal.
Yeah. No, yeah. The Venge actually had maxed it first
Okay.
this game.
Yeah, I saw some of the others. I think Burning only took 2 points in it.
I think
Early.
he got the third point, but then he stopped after that.
Yeah.
It was a
Venge
good
is one of
thing.
those heroes where like everything scales fairly evenly.
Are
Yeah.
they gonna get the?
He's
pick
got to
and
do it based off feel.
Yeah. Feel the force.
Jumps on bottom and mid lane. Mid lane, they're going to be able to get the kill onto Bane. Bottom, they get the Doom.
I gotta say, this blade mail has not felt very useful.
It is not feeling like it's doing too much.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He needs BKB.
Yep.
Could he have... Did anyone else get a mech? Could he have just committed for something like a mech instead of a full commit to like a blade mail?
I don't
Could
think
get
anybody
armor?
did go for the mech. That is interesting to point out.
Especially with the nature of their draft, where it's so good at 5-man.
Maybe Jarex is going to go back for it. He opted to go for the blink first. But
Even late, I still think it's good because they have so much physical damage on VP. They are going to get the catch here, though. Now the punch, call down, committed onto Lil, and nobody to back him up. Can he make it out? Not even going to try.
But it's the supports dying for VP, you know. They got the Doom kill, they put some pressure, forced reactions from Liquid, and now they're going to... As long as nobody else gets caught here, it's very good for them.
Oh, with Jarex terrorizing their jungle. You never assume that you're safe.
Yep.
Fada is the most farmed hero in the game, by the way. This happens to every Razor game he plays.
Yeah. Liquid gets a good opportunity now to get the Roshan, though.
I feel like nobody else uses Razor nearly as well as this team.
As well as Fata.
Yeah. Like and the way Liquid like kind of play around it, where they give him a lot of space. He's actually pretty scary late game.
They're very good at the group up, Liquid
Yeah.
in general.
Well, now that Puck's a dead hero, he's put more of his focus onto Razor.
No more troll either.
Yeah.
Here comes
Grip
the
on
fight. They get the
Jarex.
grip, and it's on Jarex. That's a big way to start it. They jumped into the pit, and then meanwhile the Aegis is going to get grabbed up finally by the Gyrocopter in the midst of all this. Now Matumba Man being slowed down. DK Phobos trying to go to work on it with the BKB, but it's about to wear off. Silent. T-Pain scurrying his way out of there. The stomp just seconds before the BKB end, but that doesn't matter. Fada hits way too hard. 2 cores down. This time the supports
They got
can't take the
It
bullet.
was a buyback on ET.
Yeah, they get the Tiny and the Brood.
G went for a steal.
Almost got it.
Almost got it.
It was close.
He got the avalanche, and like, it was on the ground for like probably like a second, but wasn't able to pick it up.
Can they hold
See.
high ground? This is not the best base defense team for VP. They do have the level 3 swap, but Fada ain't afraid of it. He runs in deep, almost kills off the Bane there.
Oh, he
And then
might
they
actually
get the
die
stomp.
here. He stomped.
Call down,
Force the
committed,
grave.
beautiful grave, but he's slowed down even by the Earth Splitter a little bit more. It looks like he will barely glide back into the well, but while he's doing that, Fada banging on the front door.
They already got the tier 3. He's working on the racks here. They really don't want to be using G's buyback, so they're going to be waiting it out. He's up now, but the damage may have just been done. Liquid are going to take what they can, look to walk away here, but FNG is going to be setting up the sleep. The sleep's going to be
BKB
taken
Tiny,
off.
they want to fight here.
Jump in, avalanche combo, almost takes Jarix down, but he's going to be able to make it away. BKB
all
going to be committed
weaved.
out from G and now look to
Never mind.
move in.
His attack speed is just so slow. Can't finish anyone off. DK Phobos now limping away. The legs dragging on the ground. But this Radiant base, as they continue their assault, they get the lane of Rex and they get out.
The
Well.
Shiva's pick up by Fata is really damn good. Tiny doesn't have any attack speed items, so you see that. You
It
just
was like the slow motion.
it's a really heavy tree right now.
Like he did his 1-rep max today. His arms are all shot.
Yeah, but
Struggling to lift
like we
that
were saying,
club.
Liquid's 5-man is extremely powerful.
And now they have the max natural order as
yeah,
well.
max natural order. They've got the auras. You know, the Vlad's aura finished up a good while ago. Shiva's as well. What does Doom have eaten? So he does have the Alpha Wolf as well. So they've got
this
tons
Razor
of auras.
is going to be just impossible to kill now. They get the Solar Crest. So he's got 32 armor.
It's just gonna go Scotty probably.
Gets the Scotty very soon.
It's not only that, they just can't fight during the BKBs. Brood is taking way too much damage because of natural order and potentially like the minus armor from Iota Storm.
Yeah.
And then you have Tiny who can't attack because of the Shivas and needs an AC at this point.
There's the Doom. Lil,
Not again.
leave me alone.
Liquid's gonna look to
No, please.
do a lot right now once they pick up their
Desert!
AC too.
Numb Desert, no.
Splat.
Desert.
More auras for Liquid. Wanting to close this game out pretty soon. They don't want to get
I mean,
ratted by Tony.
what is like VP's? Obviously, they're not in control of the game. Like, can they rat this out?
They
Might
can a
have to.
bit because Liquid doesn't have too much catch. But uh-oh, Jerax.
Looking to swarm around Jarix here. They'll get him down
Oh,
quick.
Matu's still there.
And Matoman's going to be going down too. Commitment with the BKB and everything. They're going in one at a time, but Fata is the final
There we
boss
go.
here for Liquid. And he is just trucking on forward. Silent, barely able to make it out. Fata could just whip him once
Oh, uphill
right
miss. What?
here. Got it. He goes down. But
No
still,
buybacks though. Now they're
Another
gonna
lane
go
of
straight
Rex?
to a Rex.
It
Yeah.
might just be game.
Yeah.
Liquid looking solid here in game number 2.
Yep, they all hung around. It was everybody except for Kuroki hung around in that area. So Jerax just kind of baiting VP into an awkward position.
Matumba man trying to close out the second lane and with it quite possibly the game. VP gonna have to go the distance. Now remember, whoever wins this does have to play at the end of the day. So, stamina.
Look at these missile
Come into
spams
question.
because he maxed it. Uh-oh, misblink by G.
Yeah.
Gets the
Hey.
toss back, but not
What's that?
sure if
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
this
nice
is how
range
you
grip.
kill Fata.
Ah, but it's
Just
not going to be
kidding.
happening.
No.
the blink from Mind Control gets
Mm-hmm.
a level death to stop the Bane Fiend's grip.
Very nicely done. But hey, toss back. Get in that fountain.
Oh yeah, give the fountain the blade mail, baby. Just like that. Just nice.
Get
They got the second
Rex,
lane of
though.
Rex. It's all good.
He survived pretty long.
I was impressed. That's a lot of armor he's got.
Now with Scotty. Oh, look at G. He's hustling. This could be their just little final hurrah right here. And they're
They
going
have
to get
to
at
just
least
try to
one
catch
little
as many
grab.
as possible here.
Oh, don't have a stop though. Nice little shard protection there from Mr. Jarix. Liquid are going to make it out. So, 2 racks. VP still feel though that maybe they can fight this one.
Yeah, it could be a couple mistakes from Liquid would bring them right back into it because they do have the heroes to be able to
Yeah.
fight much. Once
And they
have more
take
farm.
buildings so quickly with
Yeah.
Brood, Venge, and Tiny. So you do have to be careful.
More auras.
It's just
Brood
their
picks one.
T4 and Fountain defense is very strong with the toss and the swap.
Yeah.
They have to be pretty careful that.
Their fountain defense is very strong.
Hey, it happened. It almost happened to Razor too.
Dota renamed
Oh.
Defense of the Fountain.
Not sure if they're gonna kill him. He really just doesn't attack.
Well, call down comes through. Now the snowball. They're going to roll in. BKB's popped everywhere. Welcome to the Golden City as G tries to go to work with the club, but he's just unable to finish heroes off. Matumba tanking through it all. Fata still alive as well. Silent committed to this one, but he's not going to get the job done. Fata says no, slams the door. Then the shards grab again. It's Jerax on the plays, on the tusk, saving his Razor, cleaning up the VP trash and taking it out.
Yep. Great snowball. probably saved Fada's life. Maybe he could have just ran away and lived, but Fada just decided he just turns in man fights because he gets saved by the snowball.
That's
dodges
the
a lot of
trust.
damage.
They have
Yeah.
that trust, you know?
Great
It's good
teamwork.
to see that in teams.
You mean they have the Tusk?
Same thing, right?
Same thing.
So is this it? Game 3?
Game 3.
If this is it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
One last fight. One last hurrah.
Go, baby, go. Toss him back in the fountain. This is your chance. Early weave here.
They don't seem to have the same sense of urgency that you do, Dakota. It's a tough fight, though. And Fada's coming in with the backstab. He's even got the salve picked up just to dive a little bit farther. Tactical
Yeah.
zoning, Doom committed, and
No toss back for him.
that's
Doomed up.
the Rex.
Casual salve on Razor.
They just have such good team fight.
I like that.
Oh no, Phobos.
That's efficiency right there. What is that grip? Oh my goodness! Immediately the
Instant
snowball.
snowball.
Get, say goodbye. Beautifully done by Jarex. The Tiny just can't even get an attack
Oh,
off.
I can't hit him. One big hit and it's over.
It's so fun. His
like
arms are just
moving-
like.
Moving through molasses.
So great laning phase coming out from VP, but maybe taking up a few too many fights that they shouldn't have versus Liquid's heavy powerhouse team fight lineup.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a series on our hands.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. We all said it was going to go to a game 3, so this is just very appropriate.
All the teams today, I feel, are fairly evenly matched.
Yeah.
So it should be a really exciting day. But looking at the draft, they picked Brood first, too. And they committed a Darkseer ban as well to help secure it. What do you guys think? Do you think that was just too early? Or was it more execution?
No, I think it was more execution.
More execution.
They needed to fight more together early on. They went like they had the tools to win all the early fights, I feel like.
That
Especially-
1-4 hero wipe out top was pretty bad.
Yeah, they had some decent fights after that, but they just couldn't ever like actually beat them on a straight 5-on-5 though. I think the Tusk actually just crushed so many of their skirmishes.
Yeah, he did.
Jarex just went on he just went off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
like-
was blocking all the exit routes, saving his buddies, just tanking the ganks. It's really well played by
They need to
Jarex.
give him more respect. If they don't get it themselves, they need to ban the Tusk. I don't know. He's really, really good on the hero. It's like when
the
he was playing
Tusk.
Bounty Hunter at TI.
Yeah, he's just a really good player.
Yeah.
Tusk is one of his like shining ones though. Shiny.
Happy birthday.
Oh come on, dude.
By the way, do we mention that it's Fog's birthday
I hate.
today?
I'm actually.
Happy birthday.
Love you, buddy. Don't leave. So game 3 is coming up. Any pocket picks that you guys want to see? VP obviously has a wide array of kind of cheese strategies. They love their Drow Ranger on occasion. We saw them try to bust out the Venge Brood here. Anything crazy that you guys want to see? Liquid seems pretty just staple and vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla.
You
bean.
want to see Anti-Mage?
No,
You of all
this
people?
is gonna be one of those games.
Huh?
Like when you really need a win, gotta pull out the AM strat. 5 protect 1. 4
No,
protect
Well, that's what Vici tried yesterday for burning.
I mean, I still think these.
Well,
teams,
they didn't build a good around the AM.
That's
It's
true.
kind of like they just, let's just get an AM here.
Yeah, I just think these two teams are so like evenly matched up that it can go either way. I think we'll see just normal drafts coming out, but AM could be a possibility, definitely.
Cool.
We might find our answers soon. Let's go ahead and we'll cut to a small break, and when we get back, it's going to be Game 3 of Liquid versus Virtus Pro. See you soon, guys.